Okay, 200 milliseconds, full power on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. What was the output, Sam? Pretty good. I'm afraid that will have to do it until we can have longer run times. What kind of a specific impulse are we achieving? Might be able to improve that a bit, but not without a lot longer run times to allow fine-tuning.
Control rods to 10%.
Control to 10%. Copy.
Ramp up slowly to 50%. Give me marks at 30, 40, and 50.
Ramping now. Coming up to 30. Mark. Coming up to 40. Mark. Holding at 50.
Okay, that's got it, Kate. Put control back to 10% and return the output to the main power bus.
Hi, Paul. How's the reactor coming?
Looking pretty good, but we don't have enough load available to test it above 50%.
What are you using for the load?
The whole station, and even then we can only run for an hour at 50% before excess heat forces us to back down.
That's right. Propulsion dumps quite a bit of the excess heat, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're going to need to take the ship out for a shakedown if we want to validate operational power levels and be sure everything is playing together correctly. Any idea when propulsion would be ready for that?
I could be ready within a couple days. Know of any plans for a shakedown run? I haven't heard of any.
No, but I'm going to suggest we plan for one.
Wonder if Bill knows about any plans for a shakedown run.
Clark and Putnam, you're needed on the bridge.
Speak of the devil, there's our captain now. What's up, Captain?
Not sure, but since the General asked me to drop everything and bring you two with me to the station command center, I think we're about to find out about our mission. You're the captain. Why do you think they want Carl and I? General sure likes to keep people in the dark. Carl, and you are going to be leading this mission, Paul. As captain, this ship and crew will be under my command. But the General was clear that Carl and you would have overall command until we complete the mission.
But you're way senior to us, Bill.
True. I'm older, but my experience has been with building this hardware. You and Paul have experience using hardware. Have real combat experience, and the General thinks you have the native skills necessary to think on your feet. Face it, no one has ever done what we're about to do. I know how to get us there, where we need to go. That's why I'm ship's captain. So where are we going, Captain? Right now, the station command center.
Okay, let's get this meeting underway. This is Captain Robert Daniel O'Neill. He is the only member of our council who routinely visits Earth. The Air Force believes him to be their liaison with the LSG and carries him on their books as a captain. Through him, we pass pertinent new technologies to the U.S. military. So in that, the Air Force is correct. But in the protectorate, Dan is an admiral, and he is here to brief us on 2 upcoming protectorate missions, which you lucky people have been chosen for.
Recently, we were able to detect the incoming alien force. So we now know that they're coming in at about 30 degrees above the solar ecliptic from the general direction of the Aries constellation. Currently, we have only a very loose estimate of their arrival time and almost nothing about the number and size of their craft. With our new knowledge, however, we believe we can position an observer close enough to the fleet's path to gain valuable intelligence regarding the number of ships, their relative sizes, and hopefully a much better projection of their exact arrival time here. To accomplish this, we need a very stealthy vessel sitting unpowered, close enough to the approach path of this fleet, and far enough out to give us time to use the intel. We've picked an area which the alien fleet should reach in about 8 months. To avoid detection, our ship must arrive there in 6 months, while the enemy is still, we hope, too far out to detect our ship's arrival in the area. That will be the mission of the Space Ghost and her auxiliary interloper. It won't be easy. Bob and the crew of just 2 people will have to travel over 1 billion miles. Is just 6 months. That means an average speed approaching 250,000 miles per hour.
That leads us to the second mission. About the time the alien fleet enters Bob's detection window, Hope will begin her mission.
I hope, no pun intended, this is where you tell us what our mission is.
It is, Carl. The Hope is essentially going to attack Earth.
Didn't you say the protectorate is chartered to protect Earth?
It is. You will only be pretending to attack Earth. The goal is to convince the people of Earth, including their governments, that an alien vessel of unknown origin has arrived.
They might take Hope as an alien ship, but why would they think we're hostile?
Because we're going to make it look like you blew up the Archimedes Space Hotel.
Yeah, I guess that would do it.
The real audience for our play will be Chaperone. If all of humanity believes you were alien, we believe Chaperone will have to assume the same. So, when your vessel flies off away from Earth, we believe Chaperone will follow. They will need to know who this new player is, and you will lead them on a long, merry chase. If you can get Chaperone far enough out of cislunar space, we can help Earth prepare for the real attack.
With their advanced technology, can't Chaperone easily overhaul us?
We don't think so, at least not quickly. Our alien benefactor tells us that Chaperone can easily reach speeds well beyond anything our current technology can match. But their acceleration is less than ours, so if Hope gets a big enough head start, they will have to wait for you to reduce acceleration before they can actually start closing.
Hope can only carry enough propellant for about 300 hours. If we're coming back, that means less than a week for our outbound leg.
Very good. Based on our most recent tests, it is estimated Hope can reach 300,000 miles per hour in just under a week, at which time you will begin to coast. If we're lucky, it will take Chaperone 2 weeks to reach that speed, and perhaps 2 more before it can close to effective sensor range.
Then what?
Our best guess is that Chaperone will stay at extreme sensor range, hoping to follow you to your base. In which case, you will continue leading him out system until you hear from us.
If they close and attack?
I'm afraid, while we think that is unlikely, you will be on your own if that happens, Carl. Keeping Chaperone out system is your primary mission. It will be up to you to figure out how to best accomplish that.
Up to me?
Yes, I'm placing you in charge of this mission, and Paul as your deputy. Captain Sanders will be in command of Hope, but he will report to you. You will have the temporary rank of Commodore.
Wow. So all I have to do is keep Chaperone out system?
No, your mission has a second goal. We have been aware for some time that these Vandal spies communicate back to their home base through a relay located out beyond the orbit of Saturn. It's believed to be some exotic technology that allows faster-than-light communication, and we want you to take it out.
Morning, Paul. Sounds like we're going to lose our company today.
Yeah, Space Ghost and Atlas are scheduled to kick off in about 6 hours.
Bet Sandy and Bob are going to miss Hope's rotating section. Right now, we're the only place on station with anything passing for normal gravity.
Interloper has a small gravity wheel, but evidently they can't spin it up while they're tied to the station without creating unwanted stresses on their docking ring. Hope's counter-rotating flywheel allows us to spin up.
Morning, boys.
I saw you got one last real shower this morning, Sandy.
Yeah, this rotating section does make showers more functional, but is a little small in diameter, so the Coriolis effect makes you a little dizzy when you first stand up. Worth it, though, when you compare it to having to rely on sponge baths and weightlessness.
So you're about to go for a full week in weightlessness?
Not quite. I'll be accelerating for most of the first 2 days. Only about 1/10 of G or so, but not weightless.
Did I hear you'd be pushing them for 32 hours?
Right? Once I get them up to the 250,000 miles per hour target, I'll turn over and decelerate for about 10 to 12 hours. Once I reach zero velocity outbound, I'll continue to accelerate another couple hours to get up enough speed to make it home per schedule.
Wow, 250,000 miles per hour. Won't you be pretty far out there by the time you decelerate?
Yeah, almost 5 million miles. When I get to velocity zero, then I'll only have enough fuel for an economy run home, which is why it is 2 days out, 6 days back.
At least after that, you'll be home. Our mission will just be starting.
Hi, Bob. On your way over?
Yeah, gotta go over for a full pre-flight. Gotta make sure we've got everything.
Well, I sure wish you guys luck.
Thanks, Paul. You're going to have one of them following you right off the bat. So maybe you need the luck more than we do.
Maybe, but you're going to park your butts right in their flight path. And while we're not sure Chaperone is even armed, we know they will be.
Hey, I'll take luck anytime I can get it.
Well, I guess I need to get started as well.
Sandy, any idea why Jamie looks familiar to me?
Probably because he pulled a gun on you back on Earth.
That's it. What's he doing here?
Once we destroyed his implant, it wasn't a good idea to leave him on Earth. And since it turned out he was a genius with sensor technologies, he was grabbed for this mission. Atlas engaging.
You two ready to leave?
More than ready, but the idea of flying into space is a bit daunting.
I think it sounds exciting, and I would think after 6 months, you two would be anxious to see your men.
Oh yeah, I am. But right now, flying into space on a rocket seems more exciting. Getting to share it with Carl is just that much better.
I'll bet that's not all she wants to share with Carl.
Probably not. Paul and I have some catching up to do as well.
Yeah, must be nice having your boyfriend here and training with you.
You would think, but our training is taking up so much time, we're lucky to get a few hours a week together, and now we're scheduled for separate flights. How often do you two get to communicate?
About every 2 weeks. According to the General, we have no secure data links to the facility Carl and Paul are at, so our emails are actually transported back and forth on physical media.
Talk about snail mail.
Yeah, by the time you get a response, you forgot what questions you asked.
Well, hopefully that problem will soon be behind us.
I don't suppose either of you have gotten a hint of exactly where it is we are going?
Plenty of hints, but other than somewhere in Earth's orbit, I got nothing.
I'm guessing it will be a large facility, wherever it is. Most of the equipment they've been training me on is targeted towards balancing ecosystems. What about yours?
Mostly it's been aggressive physical training with a lot of centrifuge time for me, and then a lot of simulator time operating some type of spacecraft in a video game type simulation.
I'm getting the centrifuge as well, but our simulations seem to be targeted on operating weapons system, which, to my knowledge, don't actually exist.
Now we know of. Say, did you two notice that all 10 people on the next flight are women?
It's a go.
Time to go.
Same here.
Throttling down now. Doppler indicates we're at 247,000 moon relative.
Roger that. Ready for separation when you're ready.
MECO scheduled for T plus 30 minutes. Auxiliary will initiate at T plus 30 minutes. SECO will occur at T plus 30 hours. Velocity crossover is targeted to occur at 28 hours.
Damn, it's cold. What is it, about -100 out there?
No. Remember, it's spring right now. It's only -40 out there right now. If it were -100 out there, we wouldn't be able to keep our inside temperature above 50.
How sure are we that this is not just another wild goose chase?
I'd say pretty sure. Our people have tracked hundreds of targets to this continent, and our orbital infrared sensors have tracked a large number of thermal targets to what is listed as a small LSG research facility. I might add, much too small for the number of people currently believed to be there.
Exactly what is our legal cover for assaulting this facility? We are in international territory, after all.
Hopefully, since officially they're not here, we won't officially be here either. But if this operation does somehow go public, our official purpose is to investigate potential violations of the Antarctica International Treaty.
So, assuming we find this facility, what do they want us to do with it?
Lock it down and find out what the hell they're up to.
And then?
Can't say until we get those answers.